Hello, my name is Marius and today we're talking about 10 tips on how you can stay more focused so that you finally get things done, achieve better scores in tests and exams, and set a strong foundation for a great future in a distracted world. Let's get right into it with number 1. Work in your routines. Routines are brilliant because as soon as you have one, you don't have to use your brain anymore. Discipline, a habit from now on, is going to take care of you. You eliminate decision making and distractions because you don't have to think about what your next step is going to be. On top of that, you will be focused because you blocked off a certain period of time in which you do a certain action. For example, studying. And because you've blocked off a certain period of time, you can tell family, colleagues, friends, everyone who could potentially be involved and distract you about your session, and that they please are not supposed to distract you during that short period of time. So routines are pretty awesome. As well as number 2, goals. More in particular, set clear and defined goals. Let's look at the opposite. If you don't know why you work and in which direction you're going to work, then you have no control over yourself. Then you say yes to every single distraction, anything that could possibly get in the way of your success and where you're currently at. And just by setting a goal, by simply writing anything down on a sheet of paper, like you want to achieve X in Y amount of time, you have order in your life. You have something to aim for. A question that you could ask yourself is, what should be the outcome of today's study/work session? And if you've achieved that, you can kind of reward yourself. You see the list shrink and you progressing and getting closer and closer to your goal, which is very motivating. Number 3 now overall is to reward yourself. Positive stimulation motivates us. We actually crave dopamine and endorphins and just want to feel happy the entire time. And if there's a guaranteed result that you get those positive hormones, then you will give your goddamn best to achieve them, to feel them, and you do so voluntarily. So you voluntarily work just by having a reward that you're looking out for. Here's a simple rule when it comes to rewarding yourself. Never reward yourself with something where the long-term pain outweighs short-term pleasure. So in other words, never reward yourself something that could potentially harm you for a longer period of time, with disadvantages in the future. Now here's a list of good and bad rewards. A good reward would be, for example, to talk to actually human beings, and a bad reward would be to go on your phone whenever you've finished a certain task. Good reward would be to drink tea, coffee. Bad reward would be to drink a soft drink or alcohol, go out for a drink. Good reward would be to go for a walk in park or around the neighborhood. Bad reward would be to stay at the same place the entire time and not doing anything. Good reward would be to get some sunlight in. Bad reward would be to just be locked indoors and to watch some telly. And now number 4 is limit your distraction. This is probably overall the foundation when it comes to focus. Limiting distractions means that you get rid of all the things, or not get rid, but to discipline yourself about all the things that are not related to the action that you want to do, that you want to take. The problem is, anything can be a distraction. Not just this magical device here, but a simple pen that we can click around with. Now, we do need this pen while we don't need our phone while we're working. So we could get rid of our phone, but we can't get rid of the pen. Still, it's a distraction. So we need to learn to get disciplined about all possible distractions around us instead of banning it. That's why I say limit your distractions and don't ban them. A good exercise right now would be for you to write a list, a short sheet of paper full of possible distractions, then arrow next to it, and then how you can kind of redeem yourself. For example, I've got one right here. Possible distractions are availability, and for me, I turn on Do Not Disturb on my phone. Then my phone itself, I could get rid of it, ban it from my room. For social media, I use website blockers. And when it comes to chatting, I need to say, hey, I'm not gonna chat with you right now, I've got work to do. So I'm saying no to the conversation. Now, number 5 is to join a study group or to have an accountability partner. An accountability partner is someone who critically asks you about the progress that you've made, if you're still on track when it comes to your goals. And you need to answer, that's kind of the condition of an accountability partner, those questions truthfully. And then you need to state reasons why you are not at a certain spot. So you have external pressure, same as with a study group or with a work group. You have external pressure to perform a certain way. And this pressure is going to push yourself. It's getting you out of your comfort zone. It's going to let you grow and be more focused. By having reoccurring meetings, you can also gain structure over your life and have artificial deadlines. You now don't just want to perform, you need to perform. You need to show results because there's someone waiting for you who expects those results. I know you won't like number 6, but here it comes anyways. Don't listen to upbeat music. Once again, anything that is not related to your work, to your studies, is a distraction. Same as it with music. No matter how good it sounds like, every vibing, every little dance that you do, every little sing that you release from your mouth is a distraction. You can listen to music, don't get me wrong, but maybe not during your assigned work hours, not while you're supposed to be doing something productively. And for everyone who thinks, oh well, I can stay focused while listening to music, sure, alright, then I've got a challenge for you. Don't listen to music and try to stay focused anyways. That could be your potential challenge. For everyone who's still stubborn, please just listen to music that is not upbeat. That means nothing with the lyrics. Potentially not even lo-fi beats, but instead of you could listen to some form of classical music. I personally like to listen to Lord of the Rings soundtrack, for example. It kind of still motivates me, it engages me, it keeps me kind of alive and doesn't let me fall asleep while I'm working, even though I know that I won't be as focused throughout the session if I wouldn't be listening to music. Now, number 7, change your study environment once in a while. In particular, if the current one is too distracting. And distractions, as I said, can be anything. It could be family members, friends, roommates, people that you engage with, your neighborhood, construction workers, literally anything. To be honest, just by being at the same place the entire time can make you be quite distracting at that place. Particularly if you procrastinate there quite a lot. Then you form some form of habit of being distracted, of procrastination at that certain place. Instead, you could look at a local library, go to university and sit in the library there, or an empty lecture hall, can find some form of workplace, or be in a coffee shop if the noise from a coffee shop isn't too distracting to you. Maybe you get some noise cancelling headphones as well. The thing is, no environment actually needs to be distracting. Depends on how you behave towards it. So you can have all the noise in the world around you. If you're able to focus, if you're able to just fully zone in, then you're good to go and you don't need this type of advice. So it's just all up to you. Number 8 is to work in Pomodoro sessions. The Pomodoro session here, Pomodoro Study Club, is a study technique created by Francesco Cirillo, Italian bloke who, while he went to university, started studying in 25-minute long sessions with a little tomato-shaped timer, and that he repeated 4 times with a 5-minute break in between, with a following 30-minute break, and that he repeated a few times throughout the day. It's really powerful when you get tons of study time in, while it being quite engaging, because you just have 25-minute long sessions which you need to perform. And then you already are being rewarded with a little 5-minute break. You don't have to go for 25-minute long sessions though. You can figure out yourself by having, for example, a digital timer or an analog timer, preferably an analog timer, and to track how long you can stay focused for. And that could be your session length. You repeat that once in a while with a certain break in between, and you're good to go. Just sometimes it's good to have shorter sessions, especially if you already don't feel very engaged. I've kind of teased it already, but point number 9 is to use a digital timer. I track all my work time, all my study time, and have it in a spreadsheet. Then I can review that spreadsheet and see, okay, that day I have not been quite productive, and I can figure out what I have done that made me be very unfocused, very unproductive. I can also look at the days where I've been very productive and have done a lot and see, okay, those are the techniques that I have to follow to be more productive. So I can critically review my work/study time. I would really and highly recommend an analog timer instead of a digital one, because as soon as you're on your phone, you will be quite distracted, especially if you haven't built up discipline yet. With a digital timer with limited functions, you can just click start and stop and that's it. You will not be drawn into apps, YouTube, Instagram, and all those cool short form content pieces that you could consume. Now number 10 is to study or work with Interleaved Practice. It works brilliantly if you already work in study/work sessions, and if you aren't, then don't worry, it still works. It just basically means to switch up your topics once in a while. That makes you being more focused because you have different material in front of you, which is more engaging than just constantly looking at the same graph, at the same formulas, at the same material every single hour throughout the day. And that of course is quite fun. Just a quick reminder that you should not just switch up your topics because you feel like it. No, you're supposed to push yourself out of your comfort zone, be the best version of yourself and give your absolute best. And just with the condition that this is your set plan, then you're supposed to switch up your topics. So just if you tell yourself, I'm going to switch up my topic after a certain period, after I've reached a certain checkpoint, then you're going to do that, not just because you feel like it. So get disciplined about your studies, get disciplined about your work, and if you want to know about how to get disciplined about your financials, feel free to check out this video up here. See you all next week. Goodbye.